Welcome to Table Talk. We are excited to have you here today. As you notice, our fearless leader is not here. She had something come up and couldn't make it, and so I have brought some special guests today. They're very special to me. I brought my daughters. So I have 3 daughters. My oldest one is not here. This is my middle daughter, Erika, and this is my baby, Nicole. So I talked them into coming with me. I tried to talk my dad into coming with me today, but it was a no-go. So maybe one day I can talk him into coming.
The perfect stitcher.
Yeah. He's a pretty cool grandpa. Nicole had a work party a couple weeks ago, and it was at Top Golf, and they told everybody to bring a date or a +1, and Nicole took grandpa.
I did. And everyone is still talking about, they're like, oh, grandpa was the best. I was like, I know.
So I do have a pretty cool dad. So anyway, so we are going to share a little bit about what we do and what we work on, and we'll see how it goes. But I think Emerald had some comments that she wanted to discuss.
Oh yeah, so I'll
First.
put this comments as like a screen, but I want to read through it. So last week we talked about matching points, and then
Right.
I read through some that's pretty good, so I want everybody to know. So if you don't know, we give away every week when you comment, and then go back to read somebody else's comment. They give some good advice.
Right.
This-
And we learn stuff from everybody. We have a lot of quilters and sewers here in the store, but we learn a lot from you too.
Yeah, and I have these 3. So one is this Plan Jen to 4 lady. That's the account name. She say using the same set of rulers help her to be consistent with piecing and points. And I thought, well, we never talk about that. It's a new one for me.
Right.
Felicia Ross say, I like to take a pin, just find the point, and then go straight across the point, so she doesn't go through the point, I guess.
Right.
So it doesn't mess up with matching points. And the last one is Heidi. I don't know how to say her name. Heidi.
She thinks I'm gonna know. Heidi Lenig?
Yes.
I don't know.
I'll put it
Heidi,
on.
we're sorry that we don't know how to say your last name.
Sorry. She say she likes to nest seams or spin press. I mean, which
Right.
VJ shows and a lot of events.
Right. And nesting is like my
Quilter.
best friend.
Yeah.
That's how I know that.
I'm nodding like I
a-
know. I'm like, yeah, it's real good.
Yeah.
I'm the same as you, Erika.
I
I'm
don't
like,
know.
that makes sense to me.
And one thing that, the first comment when you talked about the rulers, also a good thing to note is your different mats from different companies can be off just a tiny bit.
Oh.
Different. So if you're cutting out a quilt, I recommend using the same mat every time because, everybody's, the way they print could just be a touch off, but it would be enough to make it difficult for you to match things up. So
I do not know that.
just a little thing, just be consistent with, how you do it. I've also heard a lot of people say that if you're going to sit down and cut out the whole quilt because, you kind of get in a roll and then you have to go back and try to figure it out, and it might be a little bit off then too. So just a couple of things that I've heard. I haven't necessarily had experience with, but something to think about. So
Yeah.
anyway.
Anyway, thanks for all your comments.
Yes.
And you guys have your own channel, right?
Well, okay.
Oh, sorry.
So we started a floss tube a long time ago, like a year or so ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, a little over a year.
Yeah, and we enjoyed doing it, but my oldest daughter couldn't really, she had a hard time participating, and now she's pregnant with her second baby, and Nicole's been really busy, so we haven't really gotten into it. Eric and I have talked about just kind of trying to revive it. So I don't know, we might.
I would participate when I could.
And that's what we thought too.
So.
And, so we thought, we might, I don't know. So it's called the Green Needle. We only have a few, but we might start
Maybe.
up again. We'll see.
Could be fun.
It'll be a surprise. So anyway, okay. So I have to say that Erika is my daughter that I didn't ever think would really do crafts.
Me either.
She wasn't really into that. She tried a few things and it wasn't really her favorite. Nicole is by far my artsy daughter. She likes to draw and she does watercolor and she has a beautiful singing voice and she does the piano. So she's very...
Can we look at her hair?
And Emerald really
That's
likes
what
her
I
hair.
The artsy.
Nicole likes to be a little bit
Thank you.
She likes to be fun, and we're all wearing Christmas shirts. I know when this airs, Christmas is going to be over, but you know,
Still December.
but it's still December, and we like to kind of to be in the spirit.
We do.
Anyway, so Nicole has a job where she has a client in a little while, so we're going to let her talk about projects first, so that if she needs to slide away, she can go do her work. So
Yeah.
So Nicole has done cross stitch before. She seems to be really into her wool applique stuff at the moment. So that's kind of been her thing. So why don't you tell us, Nicole?
Okay, yeah, like she said, I've tried cross stitch, but it's not for me. I'm gonna leave it to Erika. She's doing great over there. So I know they've shown this before, but I was the one who made this, so now you have a face. So I did that one.
And would you say, Nicole, that was like a pretty easy one?
Oh
to
yeah,
put
I
together
just
and-
like went straight through it. It was really easy.
is it a good like beginner one?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean the Hollywood can be a little tricky just because it's thin,
And it's
so-
all in one piece.
Yeah, it's all in one piece, and so like trying to pin that all down so that it's all straight and together, that was kind of tricky, but I would say it's a pretty easy, quick project. So
Did you use any, what do you call it? Not interface.
Tell them what you like to use when what you trace on and stuff.
Oh, so I use freezer paper. On most wool applique patterns will tell you to do the reverse.
Yeah.
I don't, just because when you use freezer paper, it's all right there, and so you can just put it right on top of the wool that way. So I don't ever reverse anything. So it's just easier for me that way, and frankly, I feel like cheaper. Wool is expensive, so if I can find any cheap way, I'm gonna do that. So
And keeping in mind too that Nicole's grandma, she's 95. She's the one that kind of taught me wool applique and a little bit with Nicole, and so that's kind of what you did in the olden days. You kind of used freezer
with a
paper.
freezer paper.
And so yeah, so sometimes some of our methods can be
old, apparently.
old-fashioned.
What can I say?
Timeless.
Yeah, there you go. Timeless is
Classic.
good. Yeah, classic. There you go, classic.
I just like freezer paper. It's easy. It's
And,
there.
and everybody has their preference, and
yeah,
yeah.
big rolls. So I'm all about that.
You put it on the grocery list, it magically shows up at home.
The grocery fairy is really good at getting that for me. So, and then this other one that I've done is a buttermilk basin, and it's a church and tree. So I feel like this one was pretty easy too. I think the hardest part probably was the embroidery. Sorry for the background noise. But this was a pretty easy project. I got through it pretty quickly, I would say.
Yeah.
So
And you use a flannel for the background?
it's wool.
Oh, it's wool?
Yeah, the back is also wool. So all of it's done in wool. Yeah, I think the hardest was probably getting that embroidery, and then cutting out the tree was a project. But
Well, and Nicole made this and bought a little tin to put in it, but the tin only had 3 points and not 4. Yeah. So I was kind of thinking, Nicole, I think it would be a cute pillow.
it would be a cute pillow.
So
Yeah.
she's got to decide what she wants to
I
do.
know, I just am so heartbroken about that tin. And I reached out to Buttermilk Base and I was like, do you have any more, like, please? And they're like, no, we don't make them anymore. So I if you know where I can find a 4-point tin, that would be amazing.
So, and the pattern shows it in a 4-point tin. And we did get the pattern here. But I think that you could do other things with it. I've even wondered if we couldn't just mount it on some cotton or another piece of wool and put it in a frame. I mean, I think there's other things that we can do. We just have to be a little creative. And
Yeah.
The cutting board that we have.
yes, yeah, that could be really cute on the cutting board. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think I need to get over the fact that I'm not going to get a tin and just move on.
Just move on, Nicole.
It's been a year or so since I've made it, and I still am just like, I want the Christmas tin. It was so cute. I'll get over it eventually. It's fine.
Do you prefer to stitch with wool or wool felt? Because I see a lot of wool here.
I've done both.
Uh-huh.
I don't feel like I really have a preference. So I just am like, okay, here's a project. My mom brings home a project. I'm like, oh, how nice. I'll,
Did you bring the one that you were just finishing?
yeah, I did.
Oh, we'll show that one.
Oh, okay.
So this one's probably a little bit more of an advanced project.
It took a while.
And she's just finishing up.
Yes, so this pattern is called Snowman Lane by Shabby Fabrics. I really love their stuff. I just think it's adorable. After I cut everything out for this, I was like, okay, I'm not cutting anything for another 3 or 4 months. I'm done.
It was a lot.
So it's just a cute little
Hold it up first.
table runner.
And we do have a yellow lab in our home.
Yeah.
So she will be lint brushing this, I'm sure.
Yeah, yep,
And
there
that's the
she
yellow
is.
lab.
That's what you can hear in the background. So this one was a little more tricky. It's a larger piece, and so trying to get it all laid out where it's all gonna fit.
Looks like a nightmare.
Erika, don't tell us your true feelings.
I think it's adorable, but I would never do that.
Yeah, and then I was dumb and I did the snowflakes on one of those kind of glittery threads, which they're a pain to use, but they're so
Like
cute.
stitching with hair.
Yeah,
The
it's
cre-
really hard.
Is it Krennic? Is that how you say it? Krennic?
It's so hard to use, but oh man, it's so pretty.
It is really pretty.
So I was like, I can do it. I can do it.
Yeah.
I think that was the longest part, but it breaks so easily. It gets into knots
It's like
quickly.
stitching with a strand of hair.
That's what I was gonna say.
It
That's
really
what
is.
Erika always says.
Yeah,
Is
so-
if you want to stitch with hair, use the Krennic.
It's very true.
Yeah.
So
And she had to find a bunch of buttons. It's got some really cute buttons and stuff.
yeah,
on
I
it,
had
so.
to get a lot of buttons for it. So
Do you use any like sticker? I keep forgetting what that's called. Hidden bond. Do you use any hidden bond? No, you just lay it out and stitch. What?
yep.
And
Yeah,
she
that's
has,
crazy.
There's certain pins that she likes. I think we have them here because I bought them for you for your Christmas stocking
Yeah,
last
they're
year.
really nice. They're like actual applique pins. And they hold the wool really, really well. So I can put pretty much all of these pieces on there and just pin them all on so I know where everything's supposed to be. And
I
just
can't remember what they're
stays.
called. Do you know what they're called, Kathy? They've got like a little rubber top.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if they're
Mine
purple
are
or blue.
Whatever.
Are they gypsy?
Gypsy quilter, but I don't know.
Cool pins. Or this one?
That's them.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know they're like good.
Oh yeah, so they're magic pins.
Oh, magic pins.
Yeah,
No
but
wonder
they,
I like
They have a
them.
nice grip that you can grip, and so
I didn't know.
these are the ones. So because I watched a little bit of Floss Tube, and somebody had recommended. Oh no, I think it was I don't remember. Anyway, somebody had recommended these, and so I bought them for Nicole and for her stocking last year, and she said, "Oh no, those are really good pins." So
I'm
she
never
really
going
liked them.
back.
Yeah.
You too could have them if you
These, so something to think about if you want to get into wool applique, or I think I like to start buying tools to try to make projects a little bit easier as I go along. So, something to look at.
Or your mom will buy them for you to make it
Or,
easier for you.
and I have to say, working at the quilt store, I do get texts during the day when they know that I'm here. Mom, can you pick up this color of floss
Yeah.
from this one? This one, yeah, Mom, I need some more of this. Mom, can you find buttons? Mom, can you? So,
Yeah.
they do benefit from me working here.
We take advantage of her.
Yeah. So Nicole, can you remember like how you got into wanting to do this, or?
I don't know. I was kind of looking for a hobby because I work all during the day and then I would come home and don't really know what to do with myself sometimes. And my grandma had taught me needle turn applique when I was like 8 or 9, 10. It was pretty little and I enjoyed it. It was fun. So I was like, oh, maybe I should pull that out and try it, and started looking into patterns and found the wool applique and I was like, this looks like fun. So the first wool applique that I did was the Christmas Carol quilt, 1894, Cottonwood House. And because I am obsessed with A Christmas Carol, so I was like, this is perfect. So I ended up buying those patterns and working through those, and just I really enjoyed it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, thank you.
I wanted a hobby.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, Erica, what you got going
My
on?
excuse so that I
Nothing.
can go.
And we all know
Do you have to leave?
Yeah, I gotta go to work.
We
so.
will say goodbye to
Okay,
Nicole.
Nicole's leaving.
Yes.
Goodbye,
Yeah.
Nicole.
Bye, Nicole.
Goodbye,
Thank
sorry.
you.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's fun.
So, Erica, tell us what you've been working on. And we all know that you work on a lot because they all saw your hangers of projects.
Oh yes.
Well, I don't know what to say. Here we are.
Do you want to say how you kind of got started with cross stitch?
I just kind of did. I don't know. Sandy did that Christmas stitch along. That's where I started, but I think I was just kind of like, I don't know, just wanted to try something new, so I tried it. And it wasn't terrible like I thought it was going to be, so that was nice.
Yeah, I think, Erica, she's getting ready to go back to school to get her second master's degree. And when she was getting her first master's, she kind of just made the comment, it was nice to have something that she could just pick up for a little bit, and it was relaxing and calm for her, so. Yeah, and you're right, I forgot, but it was Sandy, for those of you that did our stitch alongs a couple of years ago, Sandy did a stitch along in December where she released a pattern. It was just a small block every day until Christmas, and it was super fun. And then the next year she did a Halloween one, so that
was my first cross
that's
stitch.
where you got. And she and Erica wanted to gather all of us to do the cross stitch together. She really did get into it. So
Yeah, it was fun.
yeah. All right. So what are you doing now?
Well, this was one that I've been working on for a long time, and as you can tell, it's Santa. No, I'm just kidding. You can't tell.
I'm trying to.
No,
It will be Santa.
That's my favorite thing about this project, because every time someone sees it, they're like, what is it? I'm like, you can't tell? It's Santa, obviously. No, but it is supposed to be Santa, but it's called the Toy Gatherer by Shepherd's Bush. I don't think I brought that pattern.
It is.
Oh, no, I did bring it. So that's what it'll look like when it's finished.
Okay. Santa. Yes.
So
So
I
you can kind
cannot
of see where
tell.
she's
It
at.
will be Santa eventually. Right now it is, well, no one, you can't tell what the heck it is. I don't know. That's supposed to be a sled, so you can kind of tell that it's a sled. So yeah, that's what I've been working on for a long time, and will be working on for a long time to come.
It's just the kind of one that you pick up, work on occasionally.
Yeah.
put
Is
it
that your
away.
needle minder?
Yes.
That's an old clock.
It's a clock.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I think I've talked before that Erica likes a needle minder with each one of her projects, and she kind of likes to go with the theme of the project a little bit. So.
Yes. And then I have, this one is, you can tell that it's supposed to be a house, even though it's not completely there yet, but this is Seasons of the Heart, I think that's what it's called.
Oh.
Yeah.
This was a popular one. Is it Sandy?
I don't know who. It's down there.
With by Needle and Thread. Is it Sandy Gervais? Brenda Gervais. Sorry, Brenda Gervais. Okay, so this book came in a while ago, and all the employees went a little crazy.
Yes.
And we're
They all
really,
want
really
one.
excited about it. I know Kathy has stitched some of these. Have you stitched more than one house, Kathy?
No, just one.
Just one. Okay, so and which one did you do first, Erica?
I did the fall one.
So Erica did autumn, which is right here, and now
This is winter.
now she's working on winter. So, and they come with these little plaque things that you can attach to them, which you haven't done yet, but probably will eventually.
Well, I won't be doing
Oh
that.
yeah. So I have to do the finishing because Erica does not do finishing. So
I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a try. We can do it together.
Yeah.
And I'll try it. But it sounds hard.
it sounds like a lot of work.
It really does. Let's see. And then I have this one. This is Waiting for Santa by...
No, that's not. It's Big
Oh, no,
City
this is
Christmas.
Big City Christmas. This is Big City Christmas. This is a monthly one?
Yeah, monthly one. So yeah, and I think that the second one is about ready to release. So this is the first one. She wants to keep up. She's trying really hard to keep up so that she can have the whole thing completed by the end of the year.
It's not hard. It's just, it's a lot of stitching when it's all solid like that. But yeah, I like that one. It's been pretty easy. This one is waiting for Santa.
So
That's
this one I brought home to her because I came to work one day and saw it and thought, oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Yeah, I think I have the pattern.
It's a Madame. I don't know how to say that.
No, it's Country Cottage Needleworks.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a Country Cottage Needleworks pattern. Waiting for Santa, but it's just so cute. I just like the little kids in the window and the cute little house. And tell me what to do, Emerald. I'll do it. Yeah. So it's kind of a bad thing because Kathy orders all kinds of new stuff, and then she waits for me to come in and say, "Look what's new." And then, then I have to buy it and take it home and
Have to buy it.
yeah, and then then I give it to Erika to do. So in fact,
That's
did you bring the pattern? You haven't started yet, but the latest one that I brought her.
Alice's Winter Wonderland.
Ooh.
Little House Needleworks.
So yeah, this one is kind of a Christmas one. It's an Alice in Wonderland Christmas one, and it is just adorable.
I'm very excited about this one.
Yeah, so I think that's probably where you'll end up going next, isn't it?
Probably.
Yeah.
Do you have a needle miner for this?
No, I need something.
She
Maybe like a heart or something.
She hasn't started that one yet, so then she'll have to figure that out. And then I have to say, Erika called me and said, see if Kathy can get this in. So this just came in. It's a Prairie Schooler pattern. It's called Songs of the Season. So it's a bunch of different, just small cross stitches, and they are all Christmas carols. So
we have 7. I mean, the pattern has 7 of them in it
does it have 7?
or more.
Yep, it looks
I
like.
think just 6.
Oh yeah, that's the same. So it's got 6.
that's it.
So it's
Okay.
got 6 patterns in it.
Don't ask me what I'm going to do with all these Christmas cross stitches because I don't know.
They're on the hangers.
You have
stay on
you have
hangers
talked about
for years.
having like a whole wall that you just want covered in cross stitch.
Yeah, I want people to come in and go, is she okay?
Yeah. And we went to Shepherd's Bush a few years ago for the first time when Erika was really getting into cross stitch, and we walked in, and if you've ever been to Shepherd's Bush, there's like no spot empty, and Erika's like, this is what my house is going to be one day,
Yeah.
because I'm just going to hang up all my cross stitches
all of
all
them.
the time.
Are they all
Just leave them there.
framed? And
They
like,
are framed, and
framed.
yeah. So,
Wow.
one day we'll take a tour of Erika's house, and you can see all the cross stitches.
And you too can go, is she okay?
Yeah. Because we all wonder that all the time. So anyway, so these are just a few of hers that she's got going. She always has a ton more, but this is what we've got right now. So I didn't bring any quilts or anything today, but I've been wanting to kind of make my sewing room cute, and so I've kind of been trying to look into things that I think will be fun. So I started, this is a Little House Needleworks Hometown Holiday. This is a quilt shop. So I started a little quilt shop. I haven't gotten very far. I kind of have just to have the roof in. But I bought this, we carry these, they're kind of bigger pieces of Ada, but I kind of like it because I can kind of start over here, and then I can add, I usually get 2 or 3 projects out of one piece. So I want to do that, and then I want to also do the needlework shop in the same line, and then I want them to put them in my sewing room, just kind of on a little shelf. Yeah. But I have to think about things before I make big purchases. And big purchases can be something small for me too. But before I make a purchase, I have to think about things. And my girls make fun of me. They're like, Mom, just buy it, just buy it. So I had seen quite a while ago this cute little house. My girls like Department 56 houses, if you've seen those. Nicole's got like the Dickens ones. But it's a little sewing machine. And when you plug it in, the little wheel spins.
What?
So I know this is like Christmas, but I thought I'm just gonna put this on a shelf and put these on the shelf with it. And I just thought it would be so fun and so cute. So they have a new house that's it's got a really steep pitched roof, and it's called the Quilt Store, and the roof looks like a quilt. So I might need that one too. But I almost waited too long. I almost thought about this too long because what happened,
When she
Erika?
says too long, we're talking years. Like, it wasn't like, oh, a couple months. No, it's discontinued now, isn't it?
It was discontinued. So I went in to try to get it, and it had been discontinued.
And we were like, oh, what a surprise.
And my girls were making fun of me because it took me so long to make a decision, and
They actually don't have it.
I found it on Amazon.
Oh.
So I did find it, but yeah, it took me a minute.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff.
I have a question.
Yes.
So would there be other like decoration if it goes to the next season, like Valentine's or?
No, I
other
think
things?
in my sewing room, I think I'm just gonna put these little
They're going
Christmas
to
things up
just
and just leave
be
them
there.
up all the time.
Until we
Okay.
find other seasonal things that we can switch it out.
We might
might,
one
yeah.
day. So, while we're talking about cross stitch for just a minute, I did notice that we had a comment about somebody that hadn't cross stitched before, and she was asking about where do you start when you
have a
have a project when you do
have a-
cross stitch. So Erika, tell us, where do you start?
For me, it depends on the fabric, honestly. So like this is one of those bigger pieces. This one's linen, but this is one of the bigger pieces that, did you get this here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we carry it here. And so I personally like to start in the middle, but with like a big piece like this, I mean, you could start in the middle, but I want to like use it, all of it. So I do 3 inches, like 3 inches.
And
in.
when you buy linen or Ada from us, we try to give you a 3-inch border all around, so you can just measure in.
Yeah, so that's what I do for something like this. Like this one, you can tell because it's like Santa, and that's like in the middle. So that's where my preference is, to start in the middle, where you just
Kind of work out.
kind of
Oh,
yeah. So like
because you have everything
so like
around.
if we pretend that this is cut, you would just fold it like that way and then that way, so then you can find the middle like that. And the patterns they tell you where the middle is. There's like an arrow that points, so then you just find where they meet up, and that's where I start.
On that's a point
Yep, so I'll
get
stick
to
my
start
needle in
on
there.
And I
Yeah.
know so there are people that like to count, and if that's your jam and you like to count, you can count. But I'm okay if I'm off by
Yeah.
a hole or two. To me, it's not as big of a deal. I do watch a floss tube, and they kind of polled where people like to start, and it's really just a personal preference. There were a lot of people who said that they like to start in the top right or the top left or the bottom right or the bottom left or the middle. I mean, it's really wherever you like to start. I don't think I'm ever one that would probably start at the bottom. It would have to be a really special pattern for me to, have to start at the bottom. But I think for the most part, I am kind of a middle
Yeah.
starter.
Yeah, I like starting in the middle. I didn't even think about like starting, like when I measure it, I just always start at the top left.
Yeah,
didn't even think about
yeah, that's what and in this one, again, like Erika said, because there's so much extra fabric and I'm going to want to use this for other projects, I did start in the top left.
I probably
when I
start
did
at the
this.
top right over here though.
You would have?
started over here, yeah.
Is
Oh,
it
if you
because of
started,
how
if you started over here, I would have
Yeah.
started in the top right. Yeah, yep, I would have.
I don't want to count. A little counting that I have to do. That's my goal.
Yeah. I know, and she talks big, but So, yeah. So that's where, and if you do have questions, if you're local, again, don't forget about our Sundown Stitchers. That's the second Friday of every month. And we came again last time, and it was a lot of fun. We had a great time, and it's really fun to see other people and see what people are working on. And there was a lot of laughing going on last time, I thought. So anyway, it was a lot of fun. So some really important things, though, that we need to talk about is, speaking of finishing, is Sandy's new Life is Just a Bowl of Cross Stitch. And we're going to show you what you're going to get for the very first month. So I think this is adorable. She's got this little rolled cross stitch that says February. And then this is the little stamp part that goes with it. And she has a cute little Valentine made of wool felt.
Do you get that or do you have to make that?
You have to make that.
Oh.
And it's got you know, 3 little wool balls. So this is going to be the very first month. This is going to be February's. I know Erica's like, I really like that, but she's
Yeah, but like, how hard is it to do that?
so it's not going to be as difficult as you think.
I think it will be.
It will not.
I don't know.
No, it's going to be pretty simple. I'm not sure exactly what Sandy's decided for sure on how to do it, but Sandy's always very good to do a finishing video so that you can see exactly how to put stuff together. But she is going to try to make it as easy as possible to finish. Keeping in mind, remember, Erica's my daughter that I thought I would never ever see do crafts, and she does, you know, she does the cross stitch and then I do the finishing because she doesn't like to tie bows.
No. I don't have very good fine motor skills, and it just is like,
No.
oh, it's close enough.
And she doesn't. I will admit, she does not have very good fine motor skills. So anyway, but it's fairly simple. Like this little chenille trim that Sandy put on this is just glued on. So, and then she just, yeah, so not hard.
That still is hard.
And then
Cut it
she's
open?
she's just had a little opening slit in the back where she stuffed it, and then she's just sewn it. So you don't even have to try to turn and then try to make it look cute because, you know, you're trying to have I can't even think of the name of the stitch, your little whip stitch that you don't want to see. You don't have to do that because it's going to be on the back. And then if you don't like that, you can find something that you like and put a little patch over the top, and then you wouldn't have to see that if that's going to bug you. That would not bother me because nobody's going to look at that.
So when you sign up, please leave a note.
Right. So you can do the brown bowl or the white bowl. We've had a few people, I've had emails where people said, I can't find where to put it. So just leave it in the comments. Just write down if you want the brown bowl or the white bowl. And I'm a person, we are kind of a math family. My husband's a math nerd. And I have to say, as I've been going through things, it's kind of been 50-50. So between the white and the brown. And our heater's gonna click on and it kind of makes it a little loud. So I think Emerald's gonna try to turn that off. So the other thing we have going on, can you reach that, Lou? The other subscription, oh, by the way, with this, it's still open. We've had a really huge turnout. I'm really happy with how many people have signed up. So it's not closed yet. So you still have time to sign up.
And we start in we ship
It'll
out
start
in
in January. We'll start shipping in January. It'll charge. And just be aware, because I get a lot of emails with questions about when the next one comes. We can't tell the computer what day to do it. We can just say charge like every 30 days or whatever it is. So it's not going to be the same day every month. It'll kind of depend on where that 30 days hits. So we try to, Kathy keeps track of it and reminds us when it's going to hit, and then we know when we're going to have to start shipping. So just be aware of that. It won't be the same day every month. Okay, then this one is so cute. This is one that Shelly's been working on. It's called Scrappy Spools.
Yes.
Yes, Scrappy Spools. So she's got a bunch done, and I don't remember if you're gonna do like, what is it, 2 or 3 of these a month, or like probably 2 a month.
4 blocks.
So she's got a bunch of these made, and they're just really cute with these. They look to me like Lori Holt fabrics.
Yes.
Okay, they're with these cute little Lori Holt fabrics. So some of them are the same. You can see like these are all the little 4 patches, and then she's got these kind of log cabins. So that's going on, and that one, I think we've still got a few spots left. That one is pretty full. So if you're interested in that, I wouldn't think too long, because it's kind of like Costco.
Don't be her.
Yeah,
Think
don't be
too
me,
long.
because it's kind of like Costco. You go in and you're like, oh, it's gone. I thought too long. So yeah, the Costco I have a tendency to buy a little quicker because I'm always worried that it won't be there. So anyway, but this is a really fun project that we've got going on. So, and let's see, we got in Lori Holt's Calico line of fabrics, which is just fantastic. It's got all these wonderful colors, and
This whole table is very Lori.
yeah, it's kind of become the Lori Holt table, but it's got a lot of really pretty colors in it, and I think too, I mean, you can make a quilt with all of these fabrics, or I think that they would just be great if you need to add something to a quilt. And so those are really pretty. And then she's got some charms out. She's got this little cherry and this little snail. Those are adorable. They'd be really cute on like if you had like a big tote bag or some sort of a zipper pull. So those are new into the store. I kind of feel like this is like the haul portion of the floss
Yeah.
tube. Yeah, the little haul portion. So anyway, a lot of great things. It'll be over when you see this. Sandy had some great Christmas sales. So I would just suggest you would subscribe to our newsletter so that you're made aware when she's got some things going on, because you never know what she's going to do. Sometimes she doesn't think she's going to do something and then she all of a sudden does. So keep watching for our emails for our newsletters, and so you know what we've got going on here at the store. So
Sandy, do you want to say anything about your design? Do you want to say a word?
do you want to join us? Do you want to? Our fearless leader made it into the store for a minute.
I did, just for
I
a
just
minute.
felt like
Do you want your middle chair?
Nope, you're
Oh.
good. So I'm just gonna expound on what they said about the club. So this little heart will be pre-cut for you, the wool felt.
Oh yeah, that's
And all
important
you have to
know.
do is just
Stitch
blanket
it.
stitch it on, or if you don't want to blanket stitch the red part on, then just glue it on.
You could glue it, Erica.
See, I could do that. That's actually not that bad.
And this is gonna be super simple finishing, I promise. And all of your, like the ribbons come with it, and your cotton fabrics. This is a Dapple Dot by Riley Blake. And some of the bowl fillers may show up nice in the white and some in the brown more. I mean, so
Right.
if you want an extra, if you want like the white, but then you also want a brown one, so you can trade them out, just make that note in the comments and they can go through and charge that when they ship your first one. So if you want one of each, just let us know.
And then be made aware too that it's not going to include the stuffing or the floss like
Yeah.
her others.
Yeah, it won't have your stuffing, so you'll need a little bit of polyfill stuffing and your embroidery floss, but I'll get those numbers to Shannon. I've got them for this time, and she will send them out to anyone that is registered for the club in advance so that you can let us know if you want us to add some floss to your shipment, so that if you don't have a color or something, we can pull that and have that for you. So
Yeah, if you do request it, then we make sure we've got it for you.
Yes.
But if you haven't, then there's no guarantee that it's
Yeah,
going to
so-
be here in the store.
right, if you just think I'll just pick it up when I come into the store, you're best to just message us and let us know you need that, because we will make sure that we have what those that have specifically requested it, we'll make sure we have that for you. We've gone off shopping at some other stores and stuff just so that we take care of you, make sure you've got it. So,
We live in different ends of the valleys.
right.
We
So-
will make sure we've got it.
and I appreciate these guys doing table talk, because I was not going to be able to come in this morning, but I dropped in for just a second on my errands.
Yeah, and I know, and Erica, I have to talk her into doing stuff like this. This is not her favorite thing. She's kind of a Kathy. Kathy. Sandy,
You have a lot of,
yeah, Sandy and I have talked about that. As you and Kathy are, you have a lot of the same qualities.
So-
Did you have a question?
I
for us,
do.
Emma?
I want to know, like,
For our giveaway, this is what you need to answer in the comments. Who are your favorite designers?
Is
or
there
a
any
new designer
designer?
that maybe you want to try? So let us know. And I will not let Erica watch this one, because then she'll end up with 50 new patterns, because she'll want to check them all out. So
I don't know.
So the person that wins for this time will get this cute little Little House Needleworks pattern. It's called Caroling Quartet. So that is the prize
So cute.
today. Remember, you have to be 18 or older to comment and win. Got to get those disclaimers out there. You're laughing at me.
Sorry,
But it's a real thing. Erica watches a lot of YouTube, so she's always telling me what the rules are. So this will be the winner, the thing that you can win this time. So make a comment, and then Emerald will put in our winner for last week.
yes.
And good luck. So thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.